Hi everybody, Nathan here again from Motion Scan Systems. Today is just a real quick tutorial on our new software called MSS Media Lab, which is a restoration and enhancement software for film, video, like transfer shops that transfer like 8, 16, 35 millimeter film plus videos from like VHS, Betamax, High 8, Video 8, all your different formats. Okay, well, this is, the main screen here. And to kind of save time, I'm not going to show, like befores and afters, because all that stuff is on our website. This is just a quick tutorial on how to use the software. Right now, this is your main screen. And right up here, this is where you add files. So you can pick your files. Right here, you can add image sequence. So if you say you're doing film scans and they're exported all as TIFF images, you can import them all in, and a pop-up will appear asking you what frame per second you would like it to play back as, and then you can go from there with all the rest of your tools. And then right here, obviously, remove. This will do batch processing, so you can add a whole bunch more, different files, do all of your things to them, and then when you go to render down, right there's your check mark, so you can check them all, and then go ahead and start rendering. That's right here, and then there's also a Smart Analyze, which will tell you basically, what the footage needs. If it needs color correction or deflicker or anything like that. Just keep in mind that the larger file sizes will take a little longer, for this stuff to run, because it's actually going kind of frame by frame and looking at each one. So, your really big file sizes like 4K, that kind of stuff, longer ones will take a little longer for that to run. And then also with that, right up here, there's a business setting where you can put your business name in, your address, all that stuff. You can add a logo. You can put in what you normally would, charge an hour. And there's also custom line items, say you have rush processing, or, you can change these, add whatever you want, add your price, then you just click save. And then on Smart Analyze, that will show also the 3 different prices. If you'd like to give that to your customer, it has, basic, your regular, and advanced restoration. So, and that way, then, it's kind of cool. You can, hand that to your customer, and, and if they want to do it, cool, they can pick which one, that kind of stuff. And then right up here, there's a history log, like you can see right now. See, I've already rendered this one down. That's why it's all done. But, and then right here is a history log. And right here, this is the latest one we did, number 2. And this will tell you everything about that file. Everything that was done to it, the time it took to do it, the resolution, like this one's 4096 by 3000, 1929 frames. This one was actually sped down a little bit to 17 frames per second. It just seemed to flow a little better that way. It looked a little more natural. But then right here, this shows all of our settings that we did to the whole file, like denoise, the white balance, color restore, color grading, sharpening, sprocket hole stabilization, and our output encoding. So this is something too that you could, export as a text file. Say if you have a customer that wants to know what exactly was done to it, to their file or their video, you can pull it up right here and show them, which is a pretty cool feature, and it'll go back all the way, it'll just keep adding them and adding them, and then later on when you have lots, you can, pick which sections, say you did one 6 months ago, and then if you want to clear them, you can select each one and clear, or clear them all. So, all right, and then let's see. Oh, this is the other cool part, is the system check. This will tell you what type of video card you're running, how much VRAM you have, The Seed VR2, that's going to be coming very soon. That's like another AI tool, for upscaling. That one right now, you need at least a 24 gigabyte video card, which I don't know if a whole lot of people are really buying that large of a video card yet. Being the memory crisis that's going on there, kind of expensive. So actually, like what I've been testing it on now is a RTX 5060 Ti. It's a 16 gigabyte card. It's a great card. You can use, as long as it's a NVIDIA card, it will work, as far as for your AI processing. AMD cards aren't really set up quite yet, from my understanding, on, the AI video stuff. So, the NVIDIA is the way to go. A minimum card, you could use like a 2 or 4 gigabyte card, but your processing speed is going to be pretty slow. I recommend at least an 8 gigabyte card. Like these 5060 Ti's, the 16 gigabytes, they're not too bad, and price wise, it's a very good card. You will see a lot of different. You'll see like more of an improvement in speed as far as your rendering and everything else goes. But right down here, then your performance profile, you can pick balance, quality, and maximum. So, and it'll tell you what each one will do, on the algorithms used for this profile. And all that. So, if you really want to push your machine to the max, try to get the most out of it, then you have an option to pick. But I normally just keep it on auto. But for anybody that wants to, then you can, apply your profile right there. And over here, this is where your output folder, obviously, where you want to save your videos to. And you can change the name, or you can leave the original name right there, and restored will be right after that, if you decide to keep the original name. And these are all the tools. And, on our website explains every single tool that we have on here. There's been some talks of the encoding, and the encoding is actually pretty cool because you can do either encode as a video, or you can do export each individual image sequence, which is cool. And you can also do that in, say, VHS video, too. If you want to take every single export image sequences, it will automatically detect each frame and export it. And right now, there's a match my footage automatically, which is recommended for most people. So, but then there's also your other options here, like MP4s, you have Apple ProRes, FFV1, and then there's also GPU accelerated encoding for your AV1 and your H.264 and 265. So there's a whole lot of different encoding tools that you can use for your export, which is very cool. And you can pick whichever one you want, and I just, right now, I just stay with the match my footage automatically, because it's already pretty huge. So just click apply, and then down here's your activity log, so it'll tell you when that video is started, and then it'll pop up when it finishes, along with this bar right here. And then obviously this is your start queue to render. So as long as you have all your folder already selected, everything, you can just hit start queue. If you're doing batches, you can add more. Right there is your checks of each one that you want rendered. You can hit start queue and just let the software do its thing. There's also, if you say you want to move this software to a new computer or something, there's a deactivate license. So then you can deactivate this license and then use that same license then on a different computer. If you do happen, say your computer does crash or something and dies, and you had no way to deactivate your license, it's easy. Just contact us through the website, and we'll get you a new key gen right away. That's not a problem at all. So that's always cool. And remember too, this software is it's always going to be updated. As soon as new things come out and new technologies arise, we're going to keep building on this. So right now it's there's a free 30-day trial. You can go to the website motionscansystems.com and go to software, and there's a page on there for MSS Media Lab, and it's a $99 fee if you like it. It's a lifetime license, which means you're going to get all the upgrades and everything that will be coming as time goes on. And then the last thing also is, say, like right now it's done, and then if you wanted to do a video comparison, you can simply right click on that video, and there's a re-render. So say if you watched a video and there are some parts you wish you would have adjusted more, because right now you can't just click start queue again, because it's already shows done. So you'd have to hit re-render. This will all go back to 0, and then you can start your queue over again and re-render that file. And then there's also your export comparison. And right now there's a side-by-side or a split-screen wipe. You could do a video clip or still frame. The duration of your export comparison. So on the export, you can see it on the website. It will show before and after on the screens itself. And you can pick a start time where you want it to start from, say like 10 seconds into the video, and do one for 15 seconds, and it'll do it right there. Then you can do your aspect ratios however you want. And then you can also add a watermark to it. Let's see, and that would be right over here. So say you're doing a video of showing your shop's ability and what you can do to enhance and do restoration on videos. There is a watermark right here, and then you can enable watermark. You can add your own logo. You can choose where you want to put that watermark, the size, and and you can add a little text too if you want. You can pick your font size, and then just hit apply, and that will show up on your videos if you're doing some type of advertisement, before and after, or or just however you want to use it. It's actually pretty cool as well. So like I said, on the website there talks about each one of these tools and what it does. I just wanted to do a little tutorial on this. Some of the stuff isn't in the user manual, which I just recently found. Stuff like this for the re-render and the export, it's just highlight your mouse, or put your mouse right over the top, and it's just a simple right click. You can click either or, re-render, export comparison. But other than that, it's $99 lifetime license. Give it a try for 30 days, see how it runs your footage, and see if you like it. If it seems like a good tool for you, that's great. So if for more information, just go to motionscansystems.com, and we also have scanners that we do sell. The Scan Studio Pro, which is a very high def frame by frame film scanner, which does scan 4096 by 3000 at 12-bit. It's a pretty cool scanner. So if you want any more info, just go ahead, go to the website, reach out to us, and we'll get back to you very soon. So, all right. Well, thank you, and have a wonderful day.